Alright, welcome back to the channel. How y'all doing this week? Well, it's hot again. It is the last week in July and it is very hot down here in North Alabama. And I am taking the time today to put some side bunks on the trailer. So this old roller trailer, I know we've talked about it several times in the past, but it's getting some TLC. Just getting it kind of up to what I like best, you know, having side bunks, stuff like that. Just things make it a little bit easier. So anyways, last time I was out, I had a huge side wind going up the creek, and it's just kind of difficult to load, you know, with it being such a deep V-bottom boat. You can't have it too much out of the water with the roller trailer. It wants to roll back in. But if you have the trailer too deep, well, it don't want to sit on the rollers, so it wants to push sideways. So anyways, I'm going to alleviate some of that today, and I'm going to put some side bunks on here. I actually got this kit right here from Amazon. I think it's right at $100 time it's said and done. But anyways, it's pretty, you know, the kit seems like it's pretty well got everything on it, so should be a pretty easy install. But we're going to get out here, get it done today. I went to the lake this morning, actually Smith Lake down the road, and I got the trailer, got the boat centered up on the trailer as good as I could. So I'm going to have to kind of cheat it a little bit. I'm going to have the bunks a little bit tighter on the other side than this side. That way it kind of stays centered up because the boat is not still exactly perfect. But I'm going to get that on there. But anyways, did that this morning. Went swimming for a little bit. I did find a wallet out on the lake this morning. I contacted the young man who lost it. He don't look like he's too old, and he's just out there having a good time, lost his wallet. But we're going to see if we can get that back to him this evening. So I may have to dip out here in a little bit to go meet up with them if they'll holler back at me. I was able to find out who it was, or excuse me, get a phone number for him. He actually had his driver's license in it. But anyways, let's get this thing done. I think I got all my tools out. Got a 9/16 socket, wrench. I got just a little Phillips head bit for that small impact and tape measure. I'm going to cheat this thing really as far back as I can. You know, ideally I think you would want it to straddle the fenders, but it's not going to work out. So I'm just going to have my braces here and here, and then I'm going to end up with a couple feet of board that's not supported above the fenders, but that's just the way it is. That's what happens when you buy a universal kit. So anyways, let's get started, get these things put on. And again, I'll tell y'all, appreciate y'all watching the channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're not watching for me. Let's get some of these subscriber numbers up, and hit the hype button too. So that's right beside the like button. So anyways, y'all stick around. Let's get these bunks put on, see if it'll make it a little bit easier for me. Okay, so before I get started, I went ahead and I pulled the magnets off that's holding up my brake light wires right here. I pulled it off, that way I can get the bracket where I want, and then I'll just stick them back on when they get through. But anyways, I'm going to go as far back as I can. And the one with the flat bottom, it goes on first, and the other one goes with the dip in, it goes on second, that way it can straddle it. These things are actually going crisscross up under there, so anywho, shouldn't be much to this. And they do reach, that's a good thing. I was kind of concerned about that. May end up having to go get a ratchet wrench. I'm not going to be able to get my impact on here. And I'll go ahead and get them all started first before I do that. Got these Teflon lock nuts. They came with the kit. Should make it where I don't have to worry about them popping off, you know, or the nut vibrating off going down the road, because this thing's going to get some miles on it, I promise you that. All right. Now, is this the best way to do a trailer? Probably not. I'm sure a lot of people probably weld them on and all this, but for the more than this cost and the ease of it, can't be a bad thing. All right, I'm gonna go grab my wrench now. That way I can get them on there. My impact ain't gonna work. All right, so I went and got my gear wrench. I'm gonna go ahead and get the U-bolt that's flat on the bottom, don't have that dip in it. I'm gonna go ahead and get it tightened up first. Okay, so a good thing to think about before you get these things tightened up so much, and I just did it, so hey, I'm teaching y'all from my mishaps. Anyways, before you get it tightened up too much, U-bolts, go ahead and stick your upright bracket in there. That way you can get them in there and get them adjusted. So we got that in. It's not snug yet. That way I can kind of move it in and out when I get my bunk on it, or my runner. I'm gonna go ahead and get the next one put on, and be one step closer. Finished product. All right, so I got both my uprights on as far forward as I could get the front one, and as far back as I could get the other one. Kind of stuck on how far I can go, but anyways, I got them on. They're still loose. I'm gonna go ahead and get the bunk mounted on. It's actually going together a lot quicker than what I'd have thought, especially just being a universal kit like this. Anyways, I'm glad because it is hot. I'm having to run my little fan right here. Normally I run that big fan right there, but it's too loud for me doing recording. But anyways, I'm gonna grab the 2x4 that's got carpet wrapped around it. That way it don't scuff up this beautiful paint job. Now actually this boat is about a 30 footer. There's nothing pretty about it. But anyways, let's grab that 2x4 and get it thrown on here. Okay, so the next step going to be is putting the angle brackets on here, see if you can see that. And that's actually what you're going to screw through, and it's going to hold the 2x4. So anyways, these things, I think they probably should have came with a couple more washers, but anyways, I was able to find some. Go ahead and get these mounted. Ain't much to this, folks. So easy. A catfishman can do it. I say that and I'll end up dropping the nut 84 times. Get both these things on there. Yeah, we was trolling up into a slough today. When we go swimming off the old catfish boat, lots of times I'll just have the trolling motor running on the spot lock. That way we can just swim off the back of the boat and ain't got to worry about the boat drifting in nothing. We just don't get near the front. But anyways, we was trolling up into a slough where there ain't no houses down here on Smith Lake, and I seen something in the water. I was like, goodness gracious, that looks like a wallet, and sure enough it was. So I turned around. My wife, she reached off the side of the boat and grabbed it, and we was able to find it. So still waiting on a phone call back from them. I'd like to get it back to them. I know that kid's probably ready to get it back. All right, let's get these things tightened up. Just trying to get the face of this parallel with the tube right here, the duct. This thing's a good thing about them, it's not rocket surgery. If it was, I wouldn't be doing it. Ow. before I lock them down too much, I'm gonna get the 2x4 on there. That way I can adjust it if need be. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put these little things in here. That way it won't get cut. Probably gonna have to go back here and get a hammer for that. Get my dad's old dead blow. I don't know how old that thing is, but he made that when he was going to trade school. All right, got that in there. Let's get this other one. All right, only thing left next is the 2x4. Let's go grab it and some screws. Okay, so here's the bunk that's gonna go in this thing. I'm gonna put the seam out. That way when the boat does rub against it, it's not rubbing the seam where they stapled it together. And I'm also gonna have the top of that seam down. That way water don't just sit up under there, hopefully. Anyways, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have this thing sticking out probably 8 or 9 inches back here behind the back. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get this side done, which will be the stern of the boat. And I'm going to just make the other side match. I figure that's the best way to do it. Okay, so I'm getting this thing ready to screw on here. Something I noticed, the braces right here that are going to hold up the 2x4s, they're actually 3.5 inches wide, or right there at it. So I don't have to worry about spacing the height correctly. I just got to get it where I want it. And I think I'm going to do it about right there. Well, I got the bunks on here. They look good. I got my spacing the way I want it. Cheated a little bit. I want to make it a bit looser on this side than I am on the port side. That way, when the trailer goes back on there next time, it'll be a little straighter. Right now, the boat it'd be closer, it'd be further on the trailer on the port side. So, anyways, just getting that gap exactly right. So, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten everything down. And I'm going to take right here and show y'all what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a Sharpie. I'm going to mark the back side of this bracket right here. And I'm going to take them out and I'm going to cut them. That way they're not hanging and ain't got to worry about them getting into the boat when I go to load it up. Anyways, let's get this tightened up and get them marked. Hopefully I don't like too much longer. It is hot out here, sweltering. All right, I'm gonna show y'all how I'm marking these things right here. Just getting on the back side of this bracket. Let's see if y'all can see this, see if I can do it good with my left hand. Just marking that with a Sharpie. I'm gonna do that on both sides. That way I know where to cut them off at. See, if I didn't cut it off, that thing, it's all up in my roller right there. So anyways, gonna get that cut off. Get these things pulled out, get that cut off real quick and get them bolted back on here. Okay, well, I got the tubes cut off, so you can kind of see that. They do not hit the rollers anymore. Let's go ahead and get these U-bolts tightened down and move on to the next side. We'll see how it looks. All right, well, that's one side down. Got it done. Check it out. What y'all think about that? Say it turned out pretty good. Sticks past the back just a little, maybe 1.5 inches or so. Not just a whole lot, but anyways, turned out pretty good. Let's go do the other side. I'm ready to be done. It is hot. All right, let's get to it. Telling you what, I have done got hot. It's about time for a glass of water, ice water. All right. Well, that's it. Let's get a look at this unit. Whew, it is done. It is hot out here. Let's see what the temperature is in the shop. It is, let's see here, see if y'all can see that. Nearly 90 degrees out here. Good thing about North Alabama is the humidity makes it feel like about 110. So anyways, we're going to start getting the shop cleaned up. We got the boat done. Got the boat bunks on. They turned out really good. Kind of show y'all these real quick. Got a little bit more of a gap on this side. You can't tell, but it's about 2 inches. And got about 3/4 of an inch on the other side. That way, be around 1.5 inches per side once the boat's on here straight. It's not as straight as right now, but we'll do better next time, hopefully. Hopefully this will help us do better. But anyways, 90 bucks, 100 bucks, I'd say that's about as easy as it gets. Hopefully make loading this thing a little bit easier. It ain't gonna make it no worse. But honestly, if I wouldn't have been filming it, I probably could have did it in about 45 minutes. It didn't take long at all. Just gotta get out there and get done, especially in this heat. But like I said, we're gonna get the shop clean. We got a big cookout coming out the day this comes out on YouTube. Have my dad and my uncle's 72nd birthday party. We're gonna get our immediate family and my aunt and uncle's immediate family over. We're gonna have a big cookout, grill some steaks. Tell you what, I'm looking forward more than that to the sides. These women, they're gonna throw down on them. So we're looking forward to that. Be fun to have all the family around and do that. So anyways, hopefully I can get out and go fishing maybe next Sunday or something. Try to get out and get some bait a little bit before that. Hopefully it works out. Try out some of them 32nd ounce jig heads I bought this weekend. It's just been rainy. It's been hectic. On a positive note, the young man that lost his wallet, I talked to his grandmother a while ago, and we're going to get that back to him this week. I'm sure he's probably missing that, but anyway, it seemed like a nice family. It happens. I know normally I don't get that lucky. Usually when I lose something, it's gone forever. But anyways, just right place at the right time. But y'all have a good week. Y'all get out and do a little bit of catfishing. Get out and enjoy some of this warm weather. It won't be long. I'll be wishing I was out here sweating in this shop, drinking bottles of water after bottles of water, just keep sweating. But anyways, again, if y'all ain't subscribed, go hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and then the 3 dots beside it, drop down. There's a hype button. Do that for me too. Just helps get more people to the channel, so they say. I do think it's working. Again, the channel is growing right now, so anyways. Well, we'll let y'all go. Y'all have a great weekend. Get out and do a little catfishing. I appreciate y'all watching. We'll see you on the next one.